Uh, I was given a theme, and I thank God because of this theme that you're going through about how one can live uprightly in the present age and the present situation. And so for me, I'll be talking about living the true doctrine of God. Praise the Lord. Living the true doctrine of God. And in fact, this is drawn from the text that we've read in the book of Amos, chapter 5. And I would urge you that you can read all of it at your own time. And also Titus chapter 2, and also again I would urge you to read the whole of it. We were not able to read the whole verses. But the issue here that is coming to us, even as we were reading and I was going through this text, is about us as Christians. So we say. We say that we are Christians. And we take pride in this. And sometimes we hold it as if it's just a household name, being a Christian. And we can go to every extent, maybe trying to defend Christianity. Praise the Lord. Previously it has been done, people have fought, they have shed blood, just trying to defend a name and trying to defend a religion. But when I was looking at Amos and the text, the letter that Paul is writing to Titus, I was just having this big question about us. Do we just live a religion? Or do we live the doctrines? Praise the Lord. What else if you? Do you feel the essence of Christianity? Do you feel the juice part of Christianity? Or you just call yourself a Christian and you behave like one? Praise the Lord. Just like the way today I would ask you and you say that you are Presbyterian, isn't it? But when you go into the details of Presbyterianism and the practice of Presbyterianism, when I look at you, I don't see too much of that. And no wonder one person stated clearly that I'm far much agree with Jesus, and I would far much follow Christ rather than following Christians. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. So it's for us now to keep on asking, even as we go through this text, and ask ourselves, what's the difference between me being just a religious person, Christian, and being that one who lives the doctrine, the values of Christianity? And I think this is what Jesus had in his encounter when he was giving a parable of the Good Samaritan in the book of Luke, chapter 10. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. And verse 33. And he talks about these guys who come along, very religious guys. And then at the end of the day, he asks, who is a true Jew? Who is a true Israelite? And the guys who are listening, they know they say, the Samaritan. Praise the Lord. One as if you. And I was also looking at our country and seeing how things have been going on. And I was wondering, really, do we live true Christianity? Or other guys who are even not Christians, they are doing Christianity better than we are doing it? Isn't Nojin Haji a better Christian? Praise the Lord. Can receive bribes, can take people to jail, doesn't matter the status. Praise the Lord. I'm just trying to take our minds through what I've been going through as I read this text. Praise the Lord. Because they were really challenging me about our life situation. They were really challenging me, and that's why when we're reading Amos, Amos begins with lamentation. He's just lamenting about the following situation that is facing the people of God, who are supposed to be the true Israelites, people who have learned from God, but all that he sees around is ignorant, people who are worshipping idols, people who are exercising this social injustice. And then for Paul in the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 5, he talks about having people who are having an appearance or a form of godliness, but denying the power therein. Praise the Lord. And so even as God talks about the children of Israel, he talks to them and calls them the Virgin Israel. And when I was looking at this one, Virgin Israel, the way it is used, someone may think, this is really a good, faithful person. Virgin Israel. Praise the Lord. We may look at this as if it's very positive for Israelites, but when I was looking at it, I was just comparing with what we read in Revelation chapter 3 verse 1 to 6 when God talks about the church in Sardis. The church that has this reputation of being so much alive. Praise the Lord. The church that has a reputation of being virgin. The church that has a good reputation of being so much alive, but God says, you are dead. Praise the Lord. Bwana asifiwe. You are dead. You talk and you take too much pride of being a virgin, but you're just a virgin resulting from being rejected, fallen, with no one to pick you up. Praise the Lord. Fallen with no one regarding you. And that's why you're a virgin. You talk of a virgin man, but it's just virgin because there's no one to cultivate it, and no one wills to do it. Praise the Lord. No one has regard for you, and that's why you're in that status that sometimes we take too much pride in it. As if there is too much in it, yet there is nothing. And that is why, praise the Lord, that's why you are not regarded at all, because you don't have content. Because you have nothing to offer to the society. Praise the Lord. Because you don't have the juice that the societies are waiting for. And that is why you are just the way you are. Not as a repute. Not as a repute, but just because you have been rejected. And so there is no much pride that we can take in ourselves. Sometimes when I was looking into this, I was saying, now how much pride do we take as Christians today? Would it be possible that we are just walking like this Virgin Israel? Taking too much pride, but we are in that state because we have nothing to offer in the society. We have nothing to offer wherever we are. We have nothing to give at all. And that's why we keep on being rejected. But God is loving. Praise the Lord. God is loving to us. Even when we're in ignorance, sometimes we have gone this far, as it has been demonstrated by Amos, when he talks about how in their own capacity as humans, they go ahead and try to do things by themselves. But I would like to say that what Amos portrays for us is something that is very discouraging, because it shows of someone who has a diminishing potential, going into war as 1,000 and only returning as 100. Going to war as 100 and only returning as 10. People who are just diminishing in their life instead of increasing. Praise the Lord. Bwana asifiwe. We are just wearing out each and every day, thinking that there is something good that we are doing for ourselves. And people who just don't mind what they do and how they worship. And that is why Amos is talking about Bethel. He's talking about Gilgal. He's talking about Beersheba. Of those praises which were well known for syncretic worship, whereby people were just there mixing, praise the Lord, mixing religion and nothing else. And when you went to them, it's only just a mixture of religion that they were just practicing. Not the true doctrine that they were supposed to teach. were just there mixing and mixed up, even in their worship. And they just thought that it doesn't matter. As much as I have this form of worship, praise the Lord, even if it is just mixed up with no essence at all, because it has lost its essence. You know, sometimes when you dilute what you have, you lose it. Praise the Lord. And this is what is happening with Christianity. It has been mixed up with so much, it has been diluted too much, until at the end of the day you don't have anything. There's a Christian worship that was at Gilgal, at Bethel. And people are just holding these and they think that they have a form of worship. Praise the Lord. It is a moment that we have to keep on even evaluating what we do. From the time I came to this church, what have I done? And not what have I done to others, what have I done to myself? And in the presence of God, what have I done? Is it just a mixture of things that I have, calling it something? Calling it worship? Or is it just a pure worship directed to the Almighty God? Not diluted, not mixed up with some other funny things, but pure doctrine of God that I'm living today. Praise the Lord. This is a challenge that we are having. These guys were also taking too much pride in the law. For them, the law, they thought that by following the law, they were doing everything that is necessary. But again, looking at the law was limited in its own. It cannot help you achieve righteousness. And Paul deals with this too much, about being under the law. Praise the Lord. The law that is limited. Even if today I have to drive in along, coming all this way, you see there is that speed limit of around, is it 50? 50 kilometers per hour? And when you are driving the car at 50 kilometers per hour, sometimes I try imagining it. I try holding, I find that it's 51, 55. Was I really following the law? Even as I came to church? Praise the Lord. But I was just thinking, these guys, they may just be ahead of me, and I'm just at 55. I'm trying 50. But even a motorbike, I think it's too hard to maintain 50. Those who drive in, praise the Lord. You find it at 55. You find it at 51. Trying to keep the what? The law. trying to keep the law. And these guys who are there trying to keep the law. And it's too hard to attain righteousness by keeping the law. Praise the Lord. And this is what these people they were trying to do. And again, for them, the law was easy because you can still bend it, isn't it? You can bend it. And many times we have gone even to the courts. I'm a PCA graduate, and I know sometimes we sit at the courts, isn't it? Na wazee wako hapo, unasikia minute halaoneke, isn't it? We agreed this and we said this is the way that we are going to follow. But when we sit down with these wazee, they just tell me, Mutukate, minute halaoneke, you can understand, isn't it? And that is why even after receiving the 10 commandments for Moses, you find at the end of the day there were almost 600 plus laws that were breakable later. Praise the Lord. Because they found that it was not sufficient. They had to add more and more and more. So that they tried to cover everything about life. But still the law was there. Not being sufficient. Praise the Lord. That is why God is unhappy with these guys. Because for them, they are not living up to their calling. God is not happy with them because they have not lived distinctively from other nations. They were called to live a holy life. To live as people who have been set apart for God. To live as people who have been consecrated to serve God. Even in the midst of other people who are worshipping other gods. But you find that they are not living anything different. Praise the Lord. Being called from Egypt, yet they are not living far from the Egyptian lifestyle. Being called to occupy the lands of the Canaanites, because the Canaanites were seen to be evil and worshipping idols. But when they come to the Canaanites, what do? They just mingle with them and they start worshipping Baal. Praise the Lord. Worshipping like them. And what does Amos say? Amos tells us that God does not have a double standard. Praise the Lord. God does not have a double standard. The same cane, the same whip that he used to whip the Egyptians, in the same way is going to go through his children. And that is why Amos uses this one. Before I pass through you, I'm not passing over. Now it's not about God passing over, it's about God passing through. Praise the Lord. Just as he did with the Egyptians, he's going to use the same cane even for his children. He doesn't have a cane for the children, for his children and other children. Praise the Lord. The same he did. If we don't choose to be different, if we don't choose to live a different life, then we'll still continue facing the same. For the Canaanites, he said, okay, when you went to the Canaanites, I told you that you will live from the trees that you never planted. You will live in houses that you never built. Praise the Lord. The Canaanites built the houses, but they never lived in them. You lived in them. But now, because you have not chosen to be different from the Canaanites, then you yourself, you also build the houses. You will never live in them. Praise the Lord. You cultivate lands, but you never harvest from those lands. Why? Because you have not chosen to be different the way God called you to be different. That is why Paul is calling Christians in Titus time that they can be sober in life. Praise the Lord. When I was looking at the situation in Paul, I think it was like in Central. These guys were a little drunk. Praise the Lord. And if you read, you go through, and he's talking about be sober. Sobriety. Can you exercise sobriety in your life? Can you be sober in the way you are doing things? Can you set an example? And that is why he has a counsel for every group. He has a counsel for the women to live maturely. He has a counsel for the elderly to live with integrity. Praise the Lord. Integrity. He has a counsel even for the youth to be insightful. Be wise in your hearts. Praise the Lord. And live that life whereby you are a model, you are an example for the society that you live in. And he's saying this because unto us the grace of God has been revealed. Unlike in the time of Amos, whereby these people were held under the law, the time that Paul is writing to Christians, he's telling us we are not under the law, but we are under God's grace. And what has God's grace done? God's grace has helped us to reject, praise the Lord, every form of ungodliness. The grace of God has helped us to live insightful. The grace of God has helped us to live faithfully. The grace of God has helped us to live holy to God, even in this time when things are so evil. Praise the Lord. Trusting in the promise of God. Trusting in the work of Christ. Trusting in what Jesus himself has done for us by giving himself up on the cross, offered himself, so that we can be delivered from sin and we can be purified for his sake. And so when I'm living a holy life, I'm living a holy life even for the sake of Christ. Because Christ has done this for his sake. He has done it so that we can belong to him and we can live for him. Praise the Lord. As I come to the end, because I am also considering the other issues that are before us, I would say that so we have been called upon, we have been called this time, by all means, to live an upright life, to live a Christian life, not by religion, but living the true doctrine, the true values that Christ has taught us. Praise the Lord. And these are the values that we are supposed to testify about. These are the values that we are supposed to talk convincingly to others. Not with doubt, not with guilt, and not as if we don't know. But these are the values that we are supposed to talk and even admonish each other. And I like the way Paul talks about it, and admonishing each other, challenging, warning each other with authority. Praise the Lord. And so as I stand before you talking about Christian life, I'm not talking because I want to talk about it under the carpet. I'm talking as you look unto me with authority. This is Christian life, Christian doctrines. Live them or walk out. We cannot stand this. Praise the Lord. We cannot stand that one stands there. One is employed by the government as a Christian, baptized, taking Holy Communion. That's why I'm saying for the NCCK, I'll tell them they should think before they talk. Praise the Lord. Sometimes when they talk about amnesty, I was asking how many have repented that you're taking to Uhuru to tell him, these have repented, please forgive them. Praise the Lord. We are not covering. It is a time that we have to see the shame that is taking us. That sometimes when we are given this responsibility, we think it's Uhuru has given us and not God from heaven. Praise the Lord. And we don't even take to be accountable to God who has given us this position. Hallelujah. And that's why I'm saying it's the high time. When we talk about 70%, 80% of Kenyans being Christians, and yet we are talking about a corrupt country. And when other people from other religion, I don't want to talk, when they are given this position, my goodness, I feel like I want to go under the table. Praise the Lord. They do Christianity better than we do it. And they show us how Christianity should be lived. For us, we take it as if it's a household name. Christianity is not for me. It's not for you. It's for all the people. Praise the Lord. God calls people of all races. God calls people of all color. And that is why Paul says that the grace of God has been revealed to all, regardless of the status. Whether you are young, you are child, you are old, you are brown, you are tall, you are Kikuyu, you are Kalenjin, you are Luo, you are Indian, you are Arab, Christianity, God's grace has been revealed to all. Let us live through Christianity. Praise the Lord. Let us live our values. And let's avoid this religion. But let us live the true doctrine of God. Praise the Lord. Even as we walk out, even as we serve, even as we do our businesses, please, I pray with you. If you don't want to follow the fate of the Egyptians, you know what they went through. If you don't want to follow the fate of the Canaanites, let us live the true calling that God has called us into. Praise the Lord. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Let us pray. Almighty God,